Truta and Kalbasa, Tabu Way Station Companions, Hababu Fourth Foda, Gigi Gusha, Vota Atumak Laktula, Bunky Dolo Tachupa. Buway Station Companions, Tula Musta Watu Buway Station, Furili, New Hope, Nulie, 2018. Tuta ya Miki Una Champio and Run, Una Dopapuna Hodruda, Chestu Shuv of Nadom, Butamalia of Ekta. Rick and Morty. Dr. Cho and Pog. Sofu du Shakespeare Hodruda and Ed Champion du Kag. Elizabethan Panwa. Da Topa Bata. Winky and Panwa. Pagua of Batula. Nujas Planito. Haba Bu Fourth Mo Chuba.
It is a period of civil war. The spaceships of the rebels, striking swift from base unseen, have gained victory over the cruel galactic empire, now adrift. Amidst the battle, rebel spies prevailed and stole the plans to a space station vast, whose powerful beams will later be unveiled and crush a planet. 'Tis the Death Star blast. Pursued by agents sinister and cold, now Princess Leia to her home doth flee, delivering plans and a no hope they hold of bringing freedom to the galaxy. In time so long ago begins our play, in a star-crossed galaxy, far, far away.
Beep meep, beep meep, squeak, beep beep beep. This golden droid has been a friend, 'tis true, and yet I wish to still his prating tongue. Beep meep. An imp, he calleth me. I'll be revenged, and merry pranks aplenty I shall play upon this pompous droid C-3PO. Yet not in language shall my pranks be done. Around both humans and droids, I must be seen to make such errant beeps and squeaks that they shall think me simple. Beep beep, beep 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 beep, beep beep beep. Truly though, although with sounds oblique I speak to them, I clearly see how I shall play my part. Beep beep. And how a vast rebellion shall succeed by wit and wisdom of a simple droid. Beep beep, beep beep, beep beep, beep beep, beep.
Dear General Kenobi, many years ago thou served my noble father in the Clone Wars. Now he beggeth thee to come again and aid him in the struggle with the Empire. Sadly may I not be there with thee in person my request to give. My ship of late hath fallen under siege, and thus my mission, bringing thee unto my cherished planet Alderaan, hath failed. Yet have I deep within the memory banks of this brave R2 unit stored the plans most vital for rebellion's victory. My father can retrieve the plans therein, but I must ask of thee to take the droid and bring him unto Alderaan with care. The desperate hour is now upon us. Please, I beg of thee, sir. Oh, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, help. Thou art mine only hope.
There goes a man who hath a mind to serve. The emperor doth hold him in his grasp, and lays claim upon his heart and soul. Well I recall, when, as a younger man, the emperor and Vader with me stood and contemplated our shared destiny. Now Vader, split twixt manhood and machine, fulfills a vital place within my plans. Though I fear the Force, he knows his place. He knoweth he and I stand side by side, together, wrapped in power's warm embrace, our emperor to serve, until at last the final curtain of life's play is dropped. As history hath made this Tarkin great, this battle station now shall make me feared. I am as constant as the ender moon, and shall rebellion crush, and do it soon.
Aye. Also now the droids would capture B, and would be in the Empire's evil hands. Thou knowest, friend, what I have seen today. No sorrow like this have I e'er known. I wish to come with thee to Alderaan, for nothing more have I here on Tatooine. Then shall I learn the Force, and shall become a Jedi like my father. Thus I vow. So let's prepare and go upon our way. With haste may we escape these troopers vile. Adventure have I asked for in this life, and now I have too much of what I desire. My soul within me weeps, and my mind, it runs 1,000 different paths. My Uncle Owen and my Aunt Peru, have they been so cruelly killed for what I want? So I will never want again, if in the wanting what I love shall be destroyed. Oh, fie, thou knave adventure! Evil tricks of a boyhood's mind, that ever should one seek adventure when one hath a home, a family so kind and full of love. Good, steady work, and vast abundant crops. Why would one give up all this gentle life?
Now gather round, ye pilots, good and true, for here shalt thou a goodly lesson learn. We have a single hope in this attack, and here you shall hear how we may compass it. The battle station, heavily shielded is. It hath more power to fire than half our fleet. It hath defenses against a large assault. But, like the king who fell for want of horse, this station may be crushed by smaller might. A one-man fighter should have strength to clear the outer walls and penetrate therein. The plans provided by the princess show the station's fatal weakness. Aye, a weakness do I call it, yet be sure the hard approach shall perilous be. Thou must maneuver through the trench above the surface to this especial point. There shalt thou find the glorious fought, my lads. There shalt thou with the blast most keenly shot bring down an empire, merciless and cruel. But take ye heed, for all is not yet told. The hole thou shalt fire upon is but 2 meters wide, a thermal pipe for waste. But this hole shall make thy laser's power grow, and this hole shall start a chain reaction great. This hole, if thou shalt strike it, shall win the day, and this battle shall end the battle station whole.
once more unto the trench, dear friends, once more. The death of our dear friends we see today, and by my troth their souls shall be avenged. I was not angry since I came to space, until this instant. Strike at us, and thou shalt know the power of the force, thou brute, thou empire full of hate and evil deeds. Aye, pluck us down, and we shall rise again. Our cause is not alone for these good men who here were killed today. Our cause is not alone for those on Alderaan who died. Our cause is for truth, for righteousness, for anyone who e'er oppression knew. 'Tis not a rebellion for the sake of one. 'Tis not a cause to serve a privileged few. This moment shall resound in history for every person who would freedom know. So, Biggs, stand with me now and be by my aid, and Wedge, fly by my side to lead the charge. We three, we happy three, we band of brothers shall fly into the trench with throttles full.
Now dawns a new day with the sun of peace, the day whereon the rebels welcome fate. For from their enemies they find release, and now with mirth they come to celebrate. Young Luke, strong in the force, doth walk beside the noble Han, whose valor won the day. The rebels form an aisle and rise to pride as Luke and Han march forth in grand display. Now Leia smiles and gives them their reward as each bows low and with hope and joy sincere. C-3PO and R2 now restored look on as brave Chewbacca sounds the cheer. There let our heroes rest free from attack, till darkness rise, Empire striketh back.
These days, I find myself having to work from home. With no moisture evaporators to translate for, I have to find odd jobs to get by.
Hello, I am C-3PO, Human-Cyborg Relations. I'm calling to inform you that we have an exciting new offer for your auto warranty.
But when times are tough, we have to take the essential work that is out there and available.
Hello, and welcome to the Tatooine Unemployment Filing Center. For English, press 1. Para español, presión 2. Chihutis, kasahutaha, totata.
And sometimes we just have to give in to what's out there. The sad life of a droid.
Tasha, ready?
Oh, 'tis for the rebellion a dark time. For though they have the Death Star all destroyed, Imperial troops did from their ashes climb, and push the rebels closer to the void. Across the galaxy pursued with speed, the rebels flee the Imperial Star Fleet vast. A group with Luke Skywalker in the lead hath to the ice world known as Hoth flown fast. Meanwhile, the cruel Darth Vader is obsessed with finding young Skywalker. Thus he hath through every point of space begun his quest, by sending robot probes to aid his wrath. In time so long ago begins our play, in war-torn galaxy far, far away.
A scoundrel may not rise above his place. This is a fact the galaxy doth teach. For even though I have joined rebellion's ranks these many weeks and months, and gained respect within their noble band, my scoundrel past doth make its harsh demands upon my life. The bounty hunters sent by Jabba make pursuit to win the price upon my head. So I must go once more into the depths of my old life, find Jabba of the Hutt, and pay his ransom, thus to free my soul. I would not leave my noble rebel friends. I would not leave the cause for which they fight. I would not leave the princess and her charm. I would not leave all these, and yet I must. A life's not well lived under threat of death, especially with men of cruel intent, who for a price shall fill the hut's demands upon the trail of my indebtedness. And so my mate Chewbacca and I leave upon the instant that the ship is set to go.
Hath not a Sith eyes? Hath not a Sith such feelings, heart, and soul as any Jedi Knighted heir possess? If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you blast us, shall we not injured be? If you assault with lightsaber, do we not die? I have a body, as do other men, though made in part of wires and steel, and I various passions feel as all men do. So I, a Sith, shall not distracted be till I attain the thing for which I seek. Therefore I shall pursue this Skywalker unto the limit of the galaxy, for true, he hath the Force with him as well. But truly, more than that, the boy doth have, for truth be told, his name doth stir my soul. The boy's connection to myself I do not understand as yet. This Skywalker must have some link to my life past. But what? So shall this Sith pursue this rebel lad and find the missing truth of Vader's life.
The darkest Sith that e'er did live, and I am his choice to find those he cannot. Yet who am I? A mere bounty hunter like the others here? Nay, far more. I am Boba Fett, the vilest, fiercest, most deadly hunter in the galaxy. More than that, Darth Vader knows that I shall serve him well and faithfully in the pursuit of Solo. He knoweth well that Boba Fett doth worship at sweet compensation's throne, and would happily betray my own kin to earn the great reward that hath been promised, yeah? I would kill Solo without a thought, for what is he to me? Disintegrations indeed. I would disintegrate, disembowel, dismember, destroy utterly Han Solo, for I know him not nor care what he hath done to earn Darth Vader's ire and the scorn of Jabba of the Hutt. I shall play my bounty hunter's part, obey the Dark Lord, take my prize from the Empire, and receive a second prize on the dunes of Tatooine, don't you know? A double prize. 'Tis wonderful a bounty hunter to be.
O man of bile, thou wouldest make an even the coolest temper burn. For thou art made of heat and flame and fire. No wood may stand within a mile of thee, but it shall roast as if it were on the sun. And now thy scorching manner lights my fumes. Aye, truly I confess, I am a flame. Thine eyes create combustion in my heart. Thy face doth cause my cheeks to flood with warmth. Thy fingers set me trembling in their scorch. Thy hands may hold the secrets of my soul. Thou hast the power o'er Leia's very self, yet wear my patience past what I can bear. For oh, how thou dost needle, jest, and prick when thou dost think thy pride is at stake. Be not so full of bile, my noble Han. If thou couldst ever put thy pride aside, be like my prejudice would fall aside, then could our two hearts sing a melody instead of clashing in disharmony.
Oh, what is this dire sound I just heard? My friend Han Solo screaming in great pain. The shrieks of a man turned victim, though my fault. My quick decision to protect myself. Yet what choice had I? Could I else have done? No person in my place would differently behave. No choice had I but one, to save myself, my interest, and my beloved Cloud City from a dark and awful fate. Yet ever shall my soul be haunted by these dismal howls of my old friend, unless I can find some way to make recompense. But how? Shall there ever be whilst Vader's threats do cast their shadow o'er every move? I know not how, but yet it must be so. I shall, belike with loyal Lobot's help, discover yet a way to make this right and save myself from a betrayer's name.
A glooming peace this morning with it brings, no shine of starry light or planet's glow. For though our heroes 'scape the Empire's slings, the great rebellion never has been so low. Brave Han is for the Empire's gain betrayed, which doth leave Princess Leia's heart full sore. Young Luth hath had his hand repaired. The man is whole, but shaken to the core. Forgive us, gentles, for this brutal play, this tale of sorrow, strife, and deepest woes. Ye must leave empty, sighing lack a day, till we, by George, a brighter play compose. Our story endeth, though your hearts do burn, and shall until the Jedi doth return.
Hello, and welcome to Baking Bread with Boba. The government has decided that disintegration is not the answer to the COVID-19 virus. I disagree. They have decided I am not an essential worker, so I am at home too. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the dough I've already combined. It was 4 cups of flour, half a teaspoon of instant yeast, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and about 1 cup of water, give or take. And I just quickly pulsed it in the food processor to bring it together. You don't want it to really be worked. It's a wet, shaggy dough, okay? Now I have let that dough sit for 18 hours. This is a no-knead dough, which is just great, you know. So now we're going to flour our work surface, like so. And here is my wonderful dough. Now you know it is ready, okay, when it has all these little bubbles in it, see? And it smells very yeasty, almost like beer. So we bring that out onto our work surface here, don't you know? Okay. So now we just turn it over once or twice. See? In the flour here. Add just a teeny tiny bit of flour. I didn't have enough on my workstation. Just to get the stick off a little bit. Only a little, okay? Now, we're going to go and put that aside for about 15 minutes. We're going to cover it with a towel. 100% cotton towel, okay? None of those weird combinations. It won't let the dough breathe properly. Okay, so we say, what is the time? 15 minutes. In that time, while you're waiting the 15 minutes, we're going to set up our next step, okay? So we put out another cotton towel or a silicone mat like I have right here, you know. And we're going to take cornmeal, but you could take any number of different grains that go on top here. I like the cornmeal. It gives a really nice crunch to the crust. And we're going to generously spread it on this baking mat here, okay, or your towel. So I suggest that you use a towel that doesn't have bumps in it, because that becomes very frustrating, and then you just end up disintegrating your kitchen table, okay? So yeah, there we go. That's our next step, as we have laid all this out. And in 15 minutes, I'll get right back to you to show you the next step. Okay, so as you see here, I have 2 workspaces, okay? Yeah, so this workspace is the one that we put all the cornmeal on. Now that could be semolina or oat bran. Yeah, just some kind of little grain there. Okay, so now here we go. Look at our beautiful piece of bread. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna take the plastic wrap off. Yeah, okay. And now we're gonna use just enough flour, yeah, to get this to come together. So we're gonna spread a little flour here. And we're gonna flour our hands. Very important to have floured hands. Yeah, okay. And we're just gonna give it enough so that we can form it into a ball. And you'll do that by pulling everything under. Here we go. See? Okay. Forming it into a nice ball. Here we go. Okay, so now we take this ball, we put the seam side down on the cornmeal, okay, and then we use a little more cornmeal. Now, not cornstarch, 2 very different things, cornmeal, okay, and we just sprinkle it like so on top, okay, yeah. Just a light little dusting. Oh, geez, why aren't you sticking? Don't make me get out the disintegration gun. Okay. Now, once again, we're going to cover that with a towel. And we're going to let that sit for about 2 whole hours. Okay, bye now.
Oh, join us, friends and mortals on the scene. Another chapter of our cosmic tale. Luke Skywalker returns to Tatooine to save his friend Han Solo from his jail within the grasp of Jabba of the Hutt. But while Luke doth the timely rescue scheme, the vile Galactic Empire now hath cut new plans for his space station with a beam more awful than that they first feared Death Star's blast. This weapon, ultimate shall, when complete, mean doom for those within the rebel caste who fight to earn the taste of freedom sweet in time so long ago. Begins our play in hope-filled galaxy far, far away. That this too sullied flesh would melt into oblivion if I, without my pet beloved, must live. Oh, darkest world! Ugh. Oh, misery beyond compared to me. Already my beast life doth play its part within the tenderest memories of my brain. How well do I remember when the beast was but a rancor pup. It was a runt, was almost eaten by its mother. Cruel indeed, it had but little chance for life. Yet it was purchased as a novelty by Jawas who ever seek abnormal things. I bought it from the band of Jawas, who related to me all it had been through and charged me a paltry sum for such a worthy animal. Then did I raise it from a lowly start unto the grand and towering hulk that now before me lies in this box. How fondly I recall the playfulness it gave me, which drew eventually turned into bites that drew no small amount of blood. I trained it to be vicious, to enjoy the taste of flesh and powdery crunch of bone. Yet, ever did it know its master's truth, and never would it turn its anger fierce upon the one who loved it first and best. Was ever rancor in this humor raised? Was ever rancor in this humor won? To think on it brings pain past all the resolve. Oh, fate! That ever I should see this day, now that there is but little light left in this world. For its bright sun unjustly snuffed is out. I shall away and dry myself with my tears. Be like to live the sad remainder of my mortal days upon the planet grave, unfriended, unprotected, and alone. All by myself.
My servant Vader have I come to meet, to tell him what progress hath been made upon the newest Death Star. Confident I am that he shall make a good report, for he is ever trustworthy when asked to solve a problem for his emperor. Forsooth, the man is all obedience when he is called to serve. It hath been so for years now, ever since he turned toward the dark side and became a Sith, as I. But there is more than mere obedience. He looketh on me as a father, aye, for truly did I train him so to do. He doth respect and hang on every word I utter, even when 'tis to rebuke or punish him for some apparent fault. The man is like a pet most pitiful, ere braying for his master's notice, displaying great affection e'en when kicked. In truth, his grovelling doth make me sick. Aye, his devotion to me I do not reciprocate, for he to me is but a tool, most useful and most sharp, 'tis true. But, since I do consider him a threat, I keep his leash as short as possible, and I accept his childlike zeal for me, at least till I an apt replacement find. Mayhaps this young Skywalker, who is heir on Vader's otherwise clear mind, may prove to be his aging father's substitute. Was it a judgment error to inform Darth Vader of the presence of his son? Methinks 'twas not, for his devotion to his emperor and his submersion in the dark side shall be more persuasive than what feelings he may have for son unknown. And furthermore, to know Skywalker is his son shall heighten his resolve to turn the boy into the dark and make him mine. Thus would he see his emperor and son together joined, which would bring him dark joy. 'Tis surely how the future shall unfold. All shall be well, for I have planned it so. And now he comes, my humble servant Darth.
I prithee, gather round ye rebels all, and mark ye well the message I relay. The Emperor hath made a critical mistake, and our time for attack is nigh. The data brought to us by Bothan's spies details the exact location of the vast new battle station that the Emperor hath undertaken to build. We also know this battle station's weapon systems are not fully operational as yet. The Imperial fleet is spread both far and wide throughout the galaxy, with hopes, quite vain, that they shall soon engage us in a fight. And while the fleet's away, the station hath but minimal protection. This, my friends, would be good news enough, but there is more. Reliable report hath come to us that e'en the dreaded Emperor Palpatine himself doth oversee construction of the Death Star, and is presently on board. This news doth cheer us, friends, but pray recall that many Bothans died to bring it here. I call on Admiral Akbar to unfold our plan so you may know your roles in this, the final chapter of Rebellion's tale.
All the world's at war, and all the rebels in it are the heroes. They have their battles and their skirmishes, and rebels in these scenes have played their parts. The story being 7 ages. First, our princess that was captured was then saved, but Alderaan did pay the costly price. And then the Death Star battle with its guns and awful loss of life. Like speedo bikes, we flew unto the final victory. Then to Hoth, so barren, with a woeful ballad composed for our lost comrades. Then to Bespin, full of strange imps and fearful twists of fate. My master faced Darth Vader, quick in quarrel, while Lando, Chewie, and Princess just escaped the cannon's mouth. But then our Han, in fair trim belly and with good humor lined, with eyes severe and hair of scruffy cut, full of harsh tongue in modern instances, was placed in carbonite. The 6th age shifted to Tatooine, a lean and lonely place, with Jabba there to give us all a fright. Oh, the Sarlacc vicious was a world too wide for us to spend eternity within. We turned again to Master Luke, who with the 4th did save our lives. Last scene of all, that ends with this brave, eventful history, shall be the Empire's fall to oblivion. Sans power, sans hate, sans fear, sans everything. Oh, furry little creatures, oh goodness me.
Our age is but a constant grasp for power, a time when trust and honor are no more, and all but a furious race till death. How doth a person make a life that's worth the living? Is it by love or vengeance? Nay, the one who hath the greatest power prevails. The politicians grumble, scrape, and grab, and are fighting o'er their spheres of influence. The people cringe and whimper beneath the loads placed on them by those in authority, and all in bleak timidity do cower in the presence of the emperor. Oh, what a piece of work are we! I should find joy in our humanity, and yet, to me, what is this quintessence of dust? A galaxy of vermin searching for a crumb of what is the best to eat, all ruled by those who have appetite for power. For in a world of darkness, only those who serve the dark deserve to live and thrive. Let those naive and wayward souls who seek for justice, wisdom, honesty, and right endure such suffering as fits their weak and simple souls. Let those who love be made to witness how their loved ones scream and shriek at the last, forsake e'en those they love when tortured by the mighty hand of power. Let those who lurch and stumble toward the light discover, in the moments ere they die, the light they sought is but a blaster shot, lightsaber beam, or lightning of the Sith, that shall their wretched life put to an end. And let the vile rebellion choke upon its own absurd and innocent ideals until each sickening, cursed, backward soul who e'er hath spoken in rebellion's name lies broken in the streets beneath my steps. Let's kill all the rebels. It shall be. For power is my slave, and I its God.
The rebels meet with joy to celebrate. Their singing and their music fill the air. The Empire is defeated in its hate, and now rebellion takes its respite rare. The Jedi Luke looks up and sees three men. Their countenances shine in bluish light. 'Tis Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Anakin, who come in from the grave to share this night. All who did fight together come as one, and give unto each other their embrace. O'er this scene merry falls the setting sun, nor 'tis till day shall they the future face.